Hello my lovelies. Well, this video is going to be reviewing my trial of Urban Decay's Naked Skin Liquid, I think it's called. Naked Skin Liquid Makeup, and this is what the trial version looks like, and they say it lasts 2 weeks. I've only tried it 3 times. I didn't use it for the whole 2 weeks because I didn't like it from the first time I ever used it, but I did give it a chance and use it a couple more times just to see whether it was just I didn't do it right the first time. But I did watch a couple of other people trying it, and I think, to be honest, quite a few people have issues with this, and I'm really glad I was able to get the sample, and I think you can actually still get them. I got it using my Treat Ticket app, and if you're in the UK you should be able to get this as well. So what I did was, whenever you go into your Treat Ticket app, this is what the main screen looks like. Obviously up at the top for you, most likely it won't say Belfast, but what you do is you click on the plus, and I'll change the screen to something like this, and what I do is the second bar here, I think, should change it to near me, and if you scroll through you will see all the tickets. Now if I'm not mistaken this might be it right here. It is indeed. So this top one here, if you click on it, is Urban Decay free 2-week sample foundation at Urban Decay counter. Now I know it says in Debenhams, but I'm sure if you live in anywhere in the UK that it will probably come up for you as well. I'm not entirely sure. Now what happened was, whenever I went in, the girl actually tested my skin and she chose the colour for me. I'm not totally sure whether she chose the right colour for me, especially in the sort of harsh lighting that they have in department stores. But she chose shade 4.5, and I almost don't want to put any of this on my skin because it is so liquidy. I mean, I know it's in the name. I know it says that it's Naked Skin Liquid Makeup, but I've never seen a foundation that is so liquidy. So let's see. I'm just going to tip this up a wee bit, and you can see it actually coming out of the bottle. Now look at that. I hardly tipped that, and look at the amount that's come out on my hand. And I don't know about you, and I know we don't really go by the colour of our hand, but you want the colour of your chest, and I'm looking at that against my sort of chest and I'm going, that really doesn't match. And looking at it near my skin, it doesn't. I mean, just moving my hand, look what it's done. It is so liquidy. And I used a primer and everything under it the first time I tried it, and it just, as I was using, I don't know what brush I did, but as I was doing this, the foundation was just moving with the brush, and I could see circular motions on my face. I tried stippling it. It didn't make any difference. It was still, oh man, I really did not like this foundation at all. It didn't stay on my skin. As soon as I got a wee bit sweaty here, it all turned to liquid and just started sliding down. I have to say, I mean, for a foundation that should be £28, I'm just going to rub this into my skin. Part of it anyway, there's far too much there. But to give you an idea, can you see that part that I've rubbed into my skin? Look how dark that is. Now I know that's obviously not the foundation's problem. That is down to the girl who, let's even do this. Can you see that? Can you see just how different that? That is not my skin tone. Clearly now I have to wash that off. Probably wasn't the best idea. However, I don't really have the best ideas normally. But, I mean, first of all, whenever I sort of tipped it over the first time, I nearly jumped because of how much came out. I mean, you saw how much came out for all I actually tipped that bottle up. And, I mean, I'm just going to show you that again. I look like I've been tangled. I look like I've had a bad tan job done on myself. I mean, and even part of it that I've gone to wipe away, contrasting between those two bits, that patch in the middle, it's crazy. I mean, that colour is just so bad. And I mean, it seems to blend in okay to my hand there, and again, that's rubbing it in with my hand. You know, that's not using a brush or anything. I mean, I could try and put it on just using my hands to see how it goes, but for me, a foundation shouldn't always use your hands. If you want a good coverage with it, I think you have to use a brush, especially stippling, or using the likes of one of this type of foundation brush, or using this and doing circular motions. It's better to get a good coverage, whereas if you're really blending it into your skin, and a lot of it goes into your fingers, especially mine, considering, I don't know whether you can see that, guys, and I'm sure it's gross for you, but my skin is really, really bad. I'm not sure whether it's focusing anyway. So a lot of the time I really need to use a brush so that I'm not constantly washing my hands. I'm not constantly having to use the alcohol on my hands either, which is just, sometimes it's really agonising. Don't mind me, I'm just putting some moisturiser on my hands. So really, I have to say, I'm so glad that it was a free product and I didn't actually pay for it, because I have been stung before. Had I paid £28 for this, I would be really, really annoyed at myself, because I don't like it. And I think I've only seen one review online of people who actually use it. Never mind have tried a sample of it or reviewed it or anything. I think I've only ever seen one video of one person who's actually bought it to use because they really like it. I love their eyeshadows, really, really like their eyeshadows, but I don't recommend this foundation. Maybe their other foundations are good, I don't know what they're like, but I do not recommend this. And that's really unfortunate to say, because I really wanted to love Urban Decay, because I am so in love with their eyeshadows at the minute and the palettes, and I only have 2 of their palettes, but neither of them are the Naked palette. I'm not one to go in for trends or anything, but I was really excited to try this. I actually went into town, a trip into town specifically to get this freebie. I paid to go into town to do that. I mean, that's how excited I was to try it. But anyway. One more thing on that, if you do have this offer, there is another thing with Urban Decay, and you might appreciate it, and that is if you buy 2 Urban Decay eyeliners, you get a free mascara. So if you're in Belfast, or if you have this offer on your, if you have Treat Ticket, go into the Plus and see if it's there for any of your stores that might have an Urban Decay stall at it. I don't think there's anywhere else in Belfast that sells Urban Decay, so I can't say whether it's just Debenhams that does it. So have a look. If you don't have it, I am sorry. But I recommend checking out all these offers on these things anyway. I'm actually going to do a review on the voucher websites, or the voucher apps, because I think they're fantastic. So anyway, thank you so much for listening to my rant on this wee tiny bottle, and I will see you all soon. Mwah. Love yous. Bye.